Hi everyone. Here I am going to discuss about solution chapter and the topic is solubility and factors affecting solubility of solid in liquid. Okay, let us learn what is solubility now. So let me take this amount of water. Let us say it is 100 gram. Okay, so this is your solvent. So this is your solvent, and let us add some solute particles. Solute, that is in the form of solid. Okay, I have taken solvent and solid, so I'll go on adding, let us say, NaCl. I'll go on adding NaCl here. It get dissolved easily, so in this way I'll go on adding NaCl. It goes on, is dissolving easily. Then after certain addition, there will be a time where your NaCl does not dissolve anymore in the liquid. Okay, if you add it again and again at a certain time, you will find that no more NaCl will go on that means will not dissolve anymore in this solvent. So at that condition, that time, that is called your saturated solution. That means no more solute, when no more solute dissolve in the solution. Okay, that is called your saturated solution. So solubility, what is solubility? Solubility of a substance, its maximum amount. That means that means the maximum amount that can be dissolved in a specified amount of the solvent. That means given amount of the solvent at a specific temperature. That means we have to maintain the temperature constant. Okay, that is solubility. Okay, what is solubility? Solubility means its maximum amount of the solute that can be dissolved in the specified amount of the solvent at a given temperature. Why we are keeping here a specified temperature? Because if we change the temperature, then the solubility will go on increasing. So we have to fix this temperature. Okay. Now let us discuss about, that is, solubility of a solid in liquid. And solubility of a solid in liquid here, that means we are going to take solubility of solid means your solute, liquid means, that means here your solute is your solid and your solvent is in the liquid phase. Now let us discuss about factors affecting solubility of solid in liquid. Here we'll discuss about the effect of temperature. When we discuss about the solubility of solid in liquid, we have to um, uh, focus on the two conditions, that is this exothermic reaction or endothermic reaction, whether the given reaction is exothermic or endothermic. So what is the effect of temperature? What is whether solubility increases or decreases with change in temperature, that we are going to learn. What is the changes that we observe with the increase and decrease in temperature? Okay, for that condition, in the case of solubility of solid in liquid, we have to focus on two things, that is exothermic, whether the reaction is exothermic or whether the reaction is endothermic. Now here let us consider the reaction is exothermic reaction. That means heat is released. Okay, heat is released means delta H equal to negative. So solid plus solvent, we have made a solution here. Since we have considered exothermic, so heat is released. So if the reaction is exothermic, with the increase of temperature, the solubility will decrease. Okay, so if exothermic, then it is solubility and temperature are inversely proportional. So as temperature increases, solubility will decrease. Or we can apply the Lee-Chandler principle here. Suppose solute plus solvent is equal to solution, heat is released. We are going to increase the temperature. That means the maximum amount of heat is on the product side. Okay, on the product side. So they will always try to maintain the equilibrium by going towards the backward direction. Okay, backward means solute plus solvent, not solution. So with the increase of temperature, if the reaction is exothermic, solubility will decrease. But in the other case, that is endothermic reaction, where heat is absorbed. That means solute plus solvent, you are mixing it and heat is absorbed and solution forms, right? So in this case, if the reaction is endothermic, remember that solubility increases with increase of temperature. That means whatever the heat is given, it is absorbing the heat, utilizing the heat, and solution is formed. So with the increase of temperature, solubility also increases. That means solubility and temperature are directly proportional in case of endothermic reaction. So this just to way, in the short way, solubility increases, that means temperature increases, solubility also increases. Next, let us talk about the effect of pressure. Here we are going to talk about effect of pressure on solubility of solid in liquid. Okay, that means solid in liquid. You have to know this term, solid in liquid. Means your solvent is your liquid and your solute is your solid. So as we are talking about solid and liquid, as we know, solid and liquid are highly incompressible. That means it does not have any effect with the change of pressure. So we have to know in this way that and liquid, and that means the pressure does not have any effect on the solubility of solid and liquid, as solid and liquid are highly incompressible. Now let us talk about the nature of the nature of solute and solvent. When we talk about the nature of the solute and solvent, we are going to mix the solute and solvent. So they will easily dissolve only when the nature of the solute and the nature of the solvent are like. Means the property should be similar or like. So like dissolves like. When I say that means we can learn in this way: polar solute dissolves polar solvent. That means the nature should be both polar polar. Let us take an example like NaCl. NaCl is polar compound, Na plus, because there is pole plus minus. Okay, so H2O, this H2O is also a polar solvent. So as both are polar, they can easily dissolve, they can easily mixed up. Okay, so we can also take the form of HCl. HCl is also a polar compound, so we can easily mix with H2O because this is also a polar solvent. So polar dissolves polar, polar solid dissolves polar solvent. Now, if we talk about non-polar dissolves non-polar solvent, let us take the example of oil. Okay, if you mix two different oil, they can easily mix it. And if I say, if you take oil and if you take water, so it does not mix easily because see, oil is a non-polar solvent, and if we talk about water, it is a polar. So both one is polar and the other one is non-polar, so they don't mix easily. So in order to dissolve easily, they should have like nature. So nature of the solute and solvent. So there is the change, and this is the effect, okay, of nature of solute and solvent. That means it should have polar polar nature, then only they can dissolve, or you should have non-polar nature.